I have some geometry. Let triangle CHI be congruent to triangle BUL. So first of all, before I get rolling too far here, this sign here equal to, and then that, this is congruent, which means that they are equal to one another. So the symbol would be like similar, just that alone would be a triangle similar to another triangle. But since we have the equal sign, that means that both sides are going to be equal, the angles are going to be equal, it's congruent, it's the same value. So find values of x and y. And we're given the triangle, so CHI is congruent to BUL. Okay, when we are given triangle congruence, that means that the angles would match up being congruent. So angle C is going to be congruent to angle B. Angle H, these right angles, and congruent to angle U, right angles, congruent. And then angle I is going to be congruent to angle L. So angle I and angle L are congruent. That was bad. Angle L. There we go. Double arch. Now we're given that angle I is 36 degrees and angle L is 3x. And then we are also given the side length of CH being equal to 24. And I'll go with the congruence. So BU is equal to 4y. So we have angle I is equal to 36 degrees. And angle L is equal to 3x. So we want to find the values of x and y. Since angle I and angle L are congruent, just like how we talked about at the congruence statements, angle I is congruent to angle L, just based off of the triangle. That means that we could set 36 equal to 3x, because angle I is equal to angle L. So we could set those two statements equal to one another. And then what about the side lengths? Well, if we're given the side length of CH being 24, and then angle UB, or I'm sorry, not angle, side length BU is equal to 4y, those are congruent because when we have congruent angles, so if this angle is congruent with this angle, and angle H and angle U are also congruent because of right angles, that makes the sides then also congruent. So we have side congruence there. So that means CH is going to equal BU. Those sides are going to be also equal. So I can then say 24 is equal to 4y. Now we're just solving two one-step equations. We're going to divide by 3, x equals 12. And then y, divide by 4, y is equal to 6. It's just asking for values of x and y, and we know what the angle values, and the side is already, this is 24, so therefore this is, whoops, what happened here? There we go. That's 24, so this is also, that's also going to be 24, but we were using that information to figure out what y was equal to. And then same thing with the angle. We know this is 36, so this is also 36, but we already knew that because we already talked about the congruence, and we got the side lengths, or the x value being 12, y value being 6. So just knowing your congruent relationships, understanding how those work together, not necessarily looking at it as angle C. I know I'm marking this up quite a bit. Not just necessarily looking at this as like, oh, angle C is going to be congruent to angle U because that's how the figure, like, I'm just going to go left with the left. No, you got to understand what the congruence statement is telling us, that if it's C, H, I, then it's congruent to B, so C and B, U, U and H, L, L and I. Those are then congruent. Just understand the congruence relationships.